Takulandirani ku AMTV Malawi kuchimake kwa nkhani zenizeni. Ngati nkhani imeneyo kuno kulibe, dziwani kuti nkhani imeneyo ndi yabodza.
I now recognize the honourable member for Dowa East for a point of order.
Thank you, First Deputy Speaker. My point of order is to do with all councils in the country have plans to renovate health centers, even others build new health centers, but we are all waiting for constituency development fund. So we'll be asking the Honorable Minister of Health questions that are generally not supposed to be asked to her, because councils are not able to start the renovations. She is sitting close to the Minister of Finance. And so far, I would like, through you, thank you, my brother Noel. Thank you, my brother Noel. This question is for the benefit of all of us. Even the plans that we have given in our councils is about health center renovations, including construction of new health posts through the CDF. Now we are here asking central government to construct that for us. Yet we have already given those plans at council level. What we are waiting is for the Minister of Finance to give us funds at council level and start implementing those infrastructure projects. We will not be coming here to ask her any more questions about a health post at Nalunga, a health post at Mvera, because these are already, First Deputy Speaker, in our plans, and these are already budgeted for. And what we are waiting for is the Honourable Minister of Finance to give us those resources at council level. Once those resources are given, we will not labor the Honourable Minister to be responding a question for a health center or a renovation for a health post. What we'll be asking her will be policy questions that she has to do to work on at national level. But what we are doing now is moving in circles. Can the Honourable Minister of Finance help the Honourable Minister of Health and all other ministers sitting in the front bench by giving resources to our councils so that all of us will start implementing, and then we will change the tone of questions towards our ministers. If CDF will not be honored, these will be the very same questions up to 2030. First Deputy Speaker, would you please intervene that the Minister of Finance, before he goes out, can he make sure that he gives us all the monies that he requires?
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Honourable member, the ultimatum that says before he goes out, he is not going anywhere. He is in Parliament today, and he is responding to questions. And let me advise our technicians, when the Honourable Member for Dowa East was speaking, it was indicating in the system that it was the Minister of Finance. So technicians, take note. Yeah. Honourable Minister of Finance, you are requesting for space. Please use your microphone. You have the floor, Honourable Minister of Finance.
Thank you, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, for giving me the opportunity just to maybe to clarify and maybe to provide more information on this matter. First, I remember my ministry, together with the Ministry of Local Government, I met the relevant committees presenting the procedures of the reformed CDF, which the relevant committees of public accounts, budget, endorsed. And those procedures are available to honourable members here. And I'm also aware that the Ministry of Local Government made a presentation in this August House in terms of the procedure. That's what needs to be done. The issue is CDF is performance-based, in the sense that as of now, we are waiting for requests from these councils indicating the project, the contractor, the amount. Then we'll pay. We will give. In fact, we have already planned to give. We already have the money as we speak today to pay for an advance, more than 200 billion sitting there waiting for you. But what we want is, we don't want to give you money the way it was given before you have identified a project. Please, I still refer you to the CDF procedures. I still repeat, through you, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, the money is available. We are saying, can you, even, in fact, I was talking to the Minister of Local Government that should you, this council today, so what I'm saying is, I still repeat this because we have the procedures, they were presented to the relevant committees. What we are saying is the money is available. Make sure that you follow the procedures. We will make sure that we release the money as soon as possible. What we want, Nkukutamoyo wants development. Nkukutamoyo wants development. And we want to make sure that each and every MP has to perform, and then we are going to get the money. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Honourable members, before you, Honourable Member for Lower East, I think let's follow what the Honourable Minister is trying to communicate, and then we'll question it. But the procedure, as he is communicating, our district councils, I'm told they are aware. Yesterday, I was not in the house. I was attending to the district council, and my district council this week is sending a list of they're advertising this week for contractors of the CDF projects. And then when they tender, the tender has been satisfied, they will forward those to the Ministry of Finance and Decentralization for the onward movement of the money from account number 1 to the CDF account that has been created at the Reserve Bank of Malawi. So after that clarification, I recognize the Honourable Member for Lower East. Please request again. Oh, before you, Honourable Member for Lower East, the Leader of Opposition has requested for a microphone, so I will give him the floor first.
First Deputy Speaker, good morning, and thank you very much. I of course sympathize with the Minister of Finance. It's a very difficult work. It's a very difficult work, I know, and he knows. So before I address the Minister of Health on a very pertinent policy-related question, I wanted to also make a request that probably those that are doing processes should first track the processes, because they are now putting the Honourable Minister of Finance in a very difficult situation, because disbursement is waiting for resources for processes, when actually the Minister is assuring us that the money is available. Please, the processes, because otherwise it will be your work, the Honourable Minister of Finance, people will be thinking you are failing your work, whilst somebody sitting on the processes is actually the one who is failing your work. And then the issue of performance-based, I don't know how can you perform without input, because you could have money first and then we perform and then you measure the performance. But that's not why I have stood up, First Deputy Speaker. I've stood up on a very important matter. As I speak, First Deputy Speaker, demographically, Malawi has about 600 doctors in this country. Out of these, 459 are general medical practitioners and 177 are specialists. And then the doctor patient ratio is 1 doctor to 33,000. My questions are, number one, looking at the alarming rate at which our doctors are being murdered in this country, what is the ministry doing to protect these doctors? Secondly, can't the Ministry of Health liaise with ministries of Homeland Security and Defense to provide at least one police officer per doctor, more especially in the highly risky places like Blantyre and others, because that definitely would help ensure security to our doctors. And finally, Second Deputy Speaker, I totally agree with the West. We cannot be asking questions to Minister of Health on resources that are meant to be managed by local government. We simply need the minister to provide us resources. If the answer is that the resources are held somewhere, then they are illegitimately held elsewhere, because what this House passed was for him to release the resources so that we can now start building these health centers, because we understand that is a responsibility of the councils.
Thank you.
I really want to submit.
Thank you,
First
Leader.
Deputy Speaker.
Thank you, Leader of Opposition. I did. Yes. Honorable Doa East, I will indeed recognize you. When the leader rises, he has a policy issue to communicate for the House. Deputy Leader, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Mr. First Deputy Speaker. I stand here to perform a noble duty, that duty of Deputy Leader of the House. But before I do so, I would want to weigh in on the matter which is on the floor. You don't send money for something that hasn't been cooked yet. Right now, the projects must be advertised, people must be selected, successful contractors, and contracts awarded. And then they will request for advance payment. It is at that moment, if you are sure, if anyone has got evidence that advance payment has been requested from the Minister of Finance, and the Minister of Finance has not been able to advance that money, then that will be an issue. But as of now, no one at all has requested for an advance. So be assured that there is money and these projects are going to be carried out. Having said that, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, as we are going to have a break, I would want to move a motion that when we come back, we should continue with the question time. I beg to move. Thank you.
Thank you very much, honourable members. There's a motion that we continue with question time after the health break. Those of that opinion say aye. Aye. Those of the contrary opinion say no. The ayes have it, the motion is carried. Honourable members, we have listened from the Deputy Leader. Actually, the Deputy Leader has made a very significant clarification. Holding on my gadget here is advertisements for these jobs from Machinga District Council and the Kasungu Council. They have advertised. Machinga has advertised last week. Kasungu has advertised this week. So possibly the councils and the government are communicating. And if indeed there is a council that has advertised, identified contractors, and have requested for a part payment, and they haven't been given, please rise now. Please rise now. Honourable member from Zimba South, on a serious note, please communicate what the Mzimba DC has told you. If any council has requested for this funding and they haven't been transferred to their CDF account, please rise now. I will recognize a point of order from Lower East, and then we'll break for a helpful break.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. I want to give you, as I continue my point of order, first of all is to give you credit for helping the ministers to answer the question. You've done a good job. But
Honour member, are you trying to reflect on the chair?
But it's a positive reflection. What is in the standing order is a negative reflection which is not allowed, but a positive reflection is allowed. So indeed, I reflected on you. Right Honorable Speaker, the issue of CDF, the issue of the Honorable Minister responding, coming in the House today, and trying to give a reason why funds have not been given to the councils, makes sense when it comes from his mouth. But logically, that's not how planning goes. Government is an institution of trust. The councils have been keeping funds, and then plans have been working. This is why in this House we asked them to give us guidelines. And those guidelines took time to arrive. Even in this parliament, we have never been given just like that. The point is, within the CDF, Deputy Leader, within the CDF in your constituency, we have 100 million for women, 100 million for youth. That doesn't need advertisements. Those doesn't need all the points of the raising up there. The 250 million disaster funds does not need that. First Deputy Speaker, if we are not going to talk the truth in this House and then trying to corner members of Parliament and others by producing some words that keeps us giving us hope.
Honour member, you've made your point.
The issue is,
you've made your point.
Listen to me, First Deputy Speaker. The issue is, let truth be told in the House. There is total delay. Help us in our constituency. Minister of Finance, help the...
Thank you very much. Honourable Leader, Deputy Leader, you have the floor to clarify on the two issues that have been raised: the women empowerment, the youth empowerment, and the disaster funding. Thank you.
Mr. First Deputy Speaker, it must be put on record that it is the government of His Excellency Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika that made a promise to Malawians, a promise of 100 million kwacha to women per each constituency. It was His Excellency Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika. A promise of 100 million kwacha as a loan to youth. That was His Excellency Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika. The 5 billion we are talking about, it is the promise of His Excellency Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika, moving from 250 million kwacha then when MCP was in government. Now, the process is already kick-started. Right now, people are advertising. We have said here in this House, if there is any council that has requested money under the 5 billion Constituency Development Fund, and it has been refused, it hasn't been granted to them, they must rise up. No one rose up. No one rose up. Where is the disaster?
But Honour Member.
Where is the disaster?
Honourable Deputy Leader.
On the spot. Where is the disaster?
Honourable Deputy Leader.
Where is the disaster now? Tell me.
Honourable Deputy Leader.
Disaster.
Thank you very much, Honourable Deputy Leader. Thank you very much.
There is no disaster in this country.
Honourable members.
Because there is no disaster in this country, you don't need that 250 million.
Honour members, in trying to clarify, I've been given the communication from the Honourable Minister of Finance, which I have on my table here. I hope we all saw it. Honourable Minister of Information, order. The communication from the Honourable Minister of Finance communicates that the loans were dispersed through MEDEF. And I have this communication. Can the Honourable Minister please confirm? Can the Honourable Minister please be given the floor to confirm? You have the floor, Honourable Minister.
Thank you very much. I thought, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, I thought the clarification is so clear. And what I'm surprised, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, it looks like the councils are aware, they know what to do, but perhaps they're not communicating to their MPs.
You are not members of the council.
Maybe. To me, I see.
And not yourself.
I'm saying this because, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, all the monies for the women empowerment and the youth, all the monies have been given to MEDEF. I will speak today. And I would ask the relevant committee, that 100, you can multiply 200.
Honourable Minister, you cannot be responding. You communicate through me. You cannot be responding to them, to anyone here. If they ask you how much, you communicate through my office. You can request for the microphone, Honourable Minister. Request for the microphone, Honourable Minister.
Thank you very much. Maybe as I would want to be guided because I've just come in maybe to clarify this, but my take is that the minister on the floor is the Minister of Health. I just stood into a point of clarification. So what I would want to confirm here, which can be verified, that all the money for MEDEF has been given. I still confirm.
Osaiwala kupanga subscribe ku channel ya AMTV Malawi.